Welcome to Your Health, where we explore the latest in health across the country. I'm Erica Cardenas. The holidays can be a stressful time with family visits and the hustle and bustle of the season. So today, we're here at DC Ranch Village Health Club to share how exercise can help balance your stress. But first, let's take a look at what's coming up on the show. We'll give you some tips to de-stress and stay moving this season. Getting the perfect smile with the help of new technology. And Bullet Coffee. Find out the benefits of fattening up your cup of joe. All that and more on this episode of Your Health. We're here at the DC Ranch Village Health Club to talk fitness and its role in combating holiday stress. And here to tell us all about that is trainer Tony Troftgruben with more. Welcome, Tony.
Welcome, thanks.
Yeah, thanks for joining us. First off, what type of fitness do you offer here at the Village?
Here at the Village, we offer a lot of different types of fitness. We offer group fitness classes, we offer small group training, we offer different types of sports activities, swimming, so really anything you're interested in, we have it here.
Let's talk a little bit about some of the fitness classes that you have here related to helping people unwind.
Yeah, so we have a lot of really cool classes here. We have a variety of different yoga classes that are great for unwinding. They get you moving, they kind of get you breathing, they get you lowering your stress. We also have a lot of different fun classes too. Sometimes doing something that's fun is stress relieving in its own way. A lot of variety and a lot of different things to kind of spark your interest.
It's the holiday season and we know there's a lot of stress during the holidays. Why is it so important for people to stay active during the holiday season?
One, you're just gonna be more busy. You have a lot of different things going on. So those normal workouts that you might be getting in are gonna be harder to even get in. So you're gonna wanna make sure exercise and moving around is a priority, just to kind of schedule that ahead of time and just make sure that you're valuing that time.
I know that you probably have heard this many times, or Tony, I don't have enough time to work out. What do you say to those people?
So you have some strategies, right? Scheduling your time ahead of time is really key, but also making sure that you can maybe invite some friends or some family. That way it's more of a group event instead of something that you're doing by yourself where you feel like you're getting pulled away from everyone. Try to bring people together, and then you're having fun and everybody's getting active.
Yeah, and that's important too.
Yeah,
so
totally.
Let's talk about the community environment here at the Village Clubs, because it's really something that you all really promote, right?
Yeah.
Why is that?
So here, it's a lot different. We're a health club here, and we like to promote that community and that environment. Just because, one, it helps everybody, feel like they have a home and a family here. So whether, whatever goal you're fighting for, whether you love exercise or you don't, you're coming in, you're seeing friendly faces, and that's huge. And it helps you really stay consistent. And that right there just builds you up, and it also lowers stress. So community and environment is key here at the Village, and for fitness.
Right, so community, consistency.
Yeah, accountability, right? Seeing those faces when you come in day out, right?
Yeah.
That feels good, and they can hold you accountable.
So Tony, let's talk about nutrition. How important is it to keep your nutrition in line and in balance when it comes to your fitness?
So one thing, you don't only want to just think about exercise, right? You don't just get out of jail free card just because it's the holidays. You want to think about your nutrition too, right? And that is something where you can still enjoy yourself during the holiday. People are bringing different foods and things to family gatherings, right? Whatever it may be. But as long as you can stay balanced, right? Have a couple pieces, have a one slice of pie, and just make sure that you're keeping your priorities set. You can still have a good time and tackle those goals.
What are some of the final tips that you have for people to combat holiday stress and also take with them into the new year as well?
So you're gonna wanna set some good goals for yourself, right? Even a little bit of exercise is better than nothing, right? So maybe 30 minutes of exercise. That could be like a walk around the park, right? Or it could be getting yourself into a gym and taking a class. Another thing that you wanna do is try to have fun, right? The holiday season is meant to bring people together and to enjoy your time. So try to schedule fun things for yourself. That way it's, you're looking forward to it. And lastly is try to just have balance, right? You can enjoy a lot of good food and different things during the holidays, but just make sure that you're getting some healthy foods in too. That way you're keeping yourself balanced.
Absolutely, balance is key. Well,
Yes.
Thank you so much, Tony, for all these wonderful tips. If you'd like more information on the Village Clubs, just head over to their website. Maintaining a healthy weight is one of the best ways to prevent illnesses and stress. The experts at North Vista Hospital show us if weight loss surgery could be for you.
I'm the director for Las Vegas Bariatrics, and also the director for surgery at North Vista Hospital. Bariatric surgery is my passion. I've been doing bariatric surgery going on 15 years now. North Vista has been doing bariatric surgery literally more than 15 years. We have consistent bariatric teams. It's very streamlined. You have the same faces that know my every move, that know everything we need, and that makes everything so much easier. It moves smoother, and that's where you have this excellence and the quality of care being maintained. Clients who are a good candidate for a bariatric procedure has a BMI of 30 or greater, or an individual who may be 50 pounds or more overweight. Think about your lifestyle. Are you having trouble enjoying the things that you love to do? Going to the park, going hiking, riding a bike, flying on an airplane. So think about the health issues and the comorbidities associated with obesity, such as diabetes, hypertension, obstructive sleep apnea, joint pain, back pain. You know, a lot of these things drive people to seek out help and weight loss procedures. Also, individuals who have actual eating disorders, we address that. They see the dietitian, there's nutritional counseling. We have support groups that clients can come to before surgery. So our dietitian guides them through that, and we get these things under control. Being here at North Vista Hospital, it's an accredited facility for bariatric surgery, and it maintains its accreditation through the MBSAQIP. We stick with the standard procedures and the safe procedures. Most commonly, we perform the gastric sleeve. The other procedure that we do here is the Roux-en-Y gastric bypass. In addition, we do a lot of revisional procedures now. We're taking a lot of lap bands out, and we're doing revisional surgeries to follow. After weight loss surgery, with weight loss, it's dramatic. I see it day in and day out. We have patients walking back into the office off of their diabetes medicine. They're off of their blood pressure medicine. Their pains are better. Here at North Vista Hospital, we welcome anyone who wants free information. It's about a 1-hour talk where I talk about the procedures, I talk about bariatric surgery, we talk about obesity and the comorbidities, which are the health issues associated with obesity. We talk about the process going through the program and the process after. There's no commitment on your part. It's all about free information. And we guide you through the process, and we're here for you.
It's so easy to overcommit during the holidays, but be mindful and learn to say no. It's okay to be picky about the events you attend, to have more time for yourself or more time for family. Here's what's coming up next on the show. The difference rehab can make for those with pulmonary disease. And getting that dream smile is in reach with the help of permadontics. Pulmonary disease can cause severe breathing issues in patients, but with pulmonary rehab, these patients can be helped immensely.
Breathing is essential to life. If you can't breathe, it's stressful. Your body, your brain understands that you're not getting the air that you need, and it goes into stress mode, which is flight or fight.
Chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, COPD, is a group of diseases which includes emphysema, chronic bronchitis, and chronic asthma. In addition, you may have combinations of each of these diseases, which makes the group total to 9 different categories of diseases.
It can be genetic that you get from your family, but more commonly it's an acquired disease, most commonly associated with smoking.
The mainstay of treatment of chronic obstructive pulmonary disease is an assessment by a competent physician or pulmonologist with referral to a pulmonary rehabilitation program.
I truly believe in pulmonary rehab, and it has a huge effect on preventing progression of the disease. So it gives my patients the knowledge to have better control of the disease.
I'm a firm believer in pulmonary rehab and its essential role in the treatment of any patient with any kind of lung disease. I was overjoyed to find out that there was a program in La Mesa. Just having a program in East County has been a godsend, literally. I've been so impressed with just how much your staff cares about each individual patient. No one ever hugs me after I give them an inhaler. But I get hugs after I send people to pulmonary rehab, and especially La Mesa Pulmonary Rehab.
Wow. The best part of coming to La Mesa Rehab for pulmonary therapy is that I've got my life back again. And this is part of my life. I wasn't even able to feed him before I got to La Mesa Rehab. And now I'm able to walk him up and down the stairs. And it's just been a wonderful experience for me.
Now I can walk on the hillside. My breathing is much better.
They smile, they laugh, they rediscover the joy of living. So less than 3% of patients in the United States with COPD get pulmonary rehab. It's a huge problem, and one that pulmonologists and our professional organizations are trying to address. Many voices create a loud noise, so it's really imperative that people talk about this and talk about it to their friends, to their neighbors, and just start getting people engaged.
People ask me why I'm so passionate about pulmonary rehab. My own father died at the age of 72 from emphysema. I know we could have increased his lifespan by another 10 to 15 years if he had had access to a program like this. Pulmonary rehab is life-saving, and I want to bring this program to as many people as possible.
Getting a new smile is attainable at Permadontics. Their state-of-the-art services are giving patients their smiles back.
And aesthetically, how do you like the way it looks?
Yeah, I'm very pleased.
Permadontics is a specialty clinic that focuses on implants that are immediately loaded, meaning putting a tooth on, a temporary tooth on right away. Dr. Ayers and myself were one of the pioneers in the development of this technique. You see the patients for the first time, they're fearful, they're unsure of what you're telling them actually is the truth. At the end of the day, when we see them with their new smile, it's like a different patient.
You smile at people and they smile right back at you.
It felt great when I first saw myself. It looked really nice.
My other teeth looked okay, but these look terrific.
I was going to a new job, so no one knew my old teeth. So I just smiled all the time and everybody told me I had beautiful teeth. And I said, thank you.
To have a good set of teeth is extremely important, not only just for your appearance, but to be able to function correctly and eat properly and just feel more confident in yourself.
We offer everything that's involved with dental implants. We're the only implant center in Southern California that has its own porcelain lab and only does finals in porcelain.
They gave me a tour of the person that does the final teeth, and it's quite an involved process.
He created such great teeth that nobody knows I even have them.
And my mother said they looked exactly like my baby teeth. That's how correct that they got.
They are first class with what they do, for sure.
Okay. I had crowns on all my teeth for 45 years, so they always had to be redone. And pretty soon there just wasn't anything to redo. And so my dentist suggested a few implants, but I knew I probably needed more than that.
Most of our patients are fed up, meaning they've had a lot of dentistry and they want a permanent solution where they're not going to be stuck in this cycle of constantly going back to the dentist for more and more work.
It's so nice not to be going to the dentist anymore.
Having everything in one roof makes it a lot easier for treatment planning. And then having hygiene here makes it easier for the patient to come for hygiene checks. I've been doing this now for almost 45 years, and that's what keeps me going, is the interaction with the patients and seeing these life-changing stories.
Getting this done makes me smile more.
I feel great, so grateful that I did this. I couldn't even imagine not having these teeth.
I feel sometimes exuberant, if that's too much of a word.
If you start a new exercise routine this year, remember it takes 21 days for something to become a habit. So stick with it and it'll pay off. Here's what's coming up next on Your Health. A look at a treatment center giving patients hope for sobriety. And how to boost your brain with that next cup of joe.
Looking for more fun and inspiring ideas? Head to yourview.com and watch more videos from Creative Living.
While in college, Scott felt lost and turned to addictive substances to help him cope. But with the help of Decision Point Center, he found his passion and his sobriety.
I was in college struggling with anxiety and depression because I didn't really know what I wanted to do when I grew up. Started drinking more and then found drugs, and pretty much that just made the anxiety and depression, get worse, even though at the time I thought it was better, but it was what I was used to. And I would just go back and forth like, oh, I want to stop doing drugs. Oh, I don't want to stop doing drugs. I woke up one morning and my mom was like, hey, someone's downstairs, they want to talk to you. And I go downstairs and there wasn't like an actual interventionist, but it was a bunch of my friends, some of my close friends, their parents. They pretty much reassured me that I did need help, and I was at a place where I was just so miserable about where I was. I was like, I do need a change. They were like, we want to send you this place in Arizona. You get to go hiking, do a bunch of cool outdoor stuff. And I'm just like, sounds great. When do I leave? I didn't necessarily think I would stay sober, actually. I was sort of like, all right, I'll go to this rehab for 30 days, just kind of throw a curveball in my life, mix it up. And then slowly I was able to come to terms with, hey, being sober is actually a really good thing. I was actually very pleased because it wasn't like very institutional, hospital-y. It was almost like I was going to Colorado and staying at like a condo. Like, it was actually really nice. I even joked with one of my friends that him and I both got sent to a mandatory summer camp. Just like, kids when they go to summer camp, they make friends. We kind of do the same thing at Decision Point. We're here, we might as well make the best of it. I felt I actually had a real big impression on a lot of the clients there because I showed them how much fun they could have, because they kind of came in like I did. They're like, oh, I'm in rehab. But I was able to show them the fun side. There's a lot more to life than just drugs and alcohol, especially with the outdoor program Decision Point has. It showed me how much fun it is just to be outside, taking in nature. I've always been a big wildlife nature person even before Decision Point. And then once a month you would go on a couple-day camping trip, whether that be just car camping where your car's right there, or like full-on backpacking out through the wilderness. Even now that I'm out, I thought rehab was great for me. Honestly, even if I didn't have a drug problem, I thought rehab would have been great because it taught me how to deal with stresses that you're gonna come across in your life. Now, almost 9 years after my sobriety date, I'm working as a large predator handler at a wildlife park. That's one thing that's really helping me stay sober, along with the tools Decision Point taught me, just because those animals mean the world to me, and it really is a dream job. Thanks to Decision Point, I have almost 9 years of sobriety.
Stick around, we have more coming up on Your Health. We'll give you the secret to making bullet coffee at home.
From innovations in medicine to eating better, Your Health is filled with great ideas to help you live your best life. If you'd like more health stories and information, head to yourview.com.
You may have heard about bullet coffee and wondered what it is. Let's learn about this trend and its brain-boosting benefits.
I'm Steve Lewis and I'm the owner of Maverick Coffee. The whole theory behind adding it to coffee is so you can break your fast in the morning and get to lunch or dinner. And it's kind of the whole idea of being ketogenic, so starving your body so your body starts burning fats versus the sugars that you put in during like breakfast. Maybe you have a high sugar diet, you're gonna kind of burn them sugars first and never burn fats. So you wanna burn fats because they burn longer. Obviously fats fuel your brain too, so it helps thinking and being more clear and your clarity through the day. So I think there's a bunch of things happening around the body. It's pretty like a complex system that a good cup of coffee with caffeine obviously helping to raise your metabolism and your focus, with some healthy fats to kind of break your fast. Yeah, so we use clarified butter, which is ghee, so you can find that in most supermarkets like Sprouts or Whole Foods. That's just clarified butter, so they take the lactose off it. We also use an MCT oil, a medium chain triglyceride oil, which is a really common brand that you can find, but you can also find that in Sprouts and Whole Foods too. Yeah, it's definitely something you have to do for a longer period of time, like doing it 2 times in a row, you're not going to really feel any difference. And it does really work. It really helps with hunger and cravings and things like that.
Remember, the holidays are supposed to be joyful, but it's easy for them to quickly become a burden. Here are a few more tips to help beat holiday stress. Don't aim for perfect, just aim for spending time with loved ones and doing what makes you happy. Don't try to keep up with the Joneses. It's hard with social media to not compare your holiday with others. Remember that picture-perfect family on Facebook may not be so perfect. And reach out if you feel lonely or sad. Seek out community, religious, or social events that can offer support. Volunteering your time can also help others while lifting your spirits. Finally, men process stress differently than women. Men tend to internalize. Make sure your honey knows he can share his concerns with you. And men, don't leave holiday shopping until 9 p.m. Christmas Eve. That's stressful for anyone. I want to thank everyone here at the Village Club at DC Ranch for letting us hang out today. If you'd like more information about the clubs, just head over to their website. I'm Erica Cardenas, and we'll see you next time.